For years, fans have speculated about who could possibly step into the role of UFC leader after Dana White. It's a question that feels almost impossible to answer because White has become synonymous with the organization's explosive growth and global success. But what if there was a future where a new face stood at the helm? One Hall of Famer has made it clear he'd be ready to take the reins. A new chapter for the UFC. Dana White has consistently said he has no plans to step away from his role as the head of the UFC. Last year, with the TKO Group holding shuffle, he was officially installed as the promotion's CEO, cementing his position even further. To him, the thought of walking away is out of the question. He even joked that he'd drop dead before he ever called it quits. His passion for the sport is undeniable, and his leadership has been a driving force behind the UFC's transformation from a niche promotion into a global powerhouse. However, the question still hangs in the air. What happens when he does decide to move on? The conversation has a new potential answer, and it's one that will excite many fans. A familiar face who knows the organization inside and out has publicly expressed his interest in the top job. Daniel Cormier's ambition. Daniel Cormier, a former two-division champion and a beloved figure in the MMA world, has built a strong relationship with the UFC since his retirement in 2020. Since hanging up his gloves, he's become a key member of the commentary team, working alongside icons like Jon Anik and Joe Rogan. It's this deep connection to the sport and the organization that makes his recent comments so compelling. On the Club Shay Shay podcast, Cormier opened up about the possibility of one day leading the UFC. He didn't hold back, admitting that the opportunity would be a monumental one. That would be a really fantastic opportunity for anybody, Cormier said about the UFC CTO role. Of course, I would love to do something. If they ever trusted me with that, I would do the best job I ever could do. He understands the magnitude of the position. The UFC is one of the biggest sports organizations in the world, and Cormier knows that the primary responsibility of its leader is to maintain its incredible momentum. It's one of the greatest organizations in the world, he explained. It's one of the biggest sports organizations in the world, and they've done such a great job of building it that the job itself is just, don't mess it up. Cormier's humility and respect for the organization are clear. He's not looking to reinvent the wheel, but rather to continue the legacy of success that's been built over the last 2 decades. He sees the role as a chance to be a guardian of the sport, and his willingness to take on that challenge is a testament to his character and dedication. What's next for the UFC? For now, Dana White isn't going anywhere. Since partnering with Frank and Lorenzo Fertitta to form Zuffa LLC back in 2001, White has been the face of the organization. Even after the WAEING sale in 2016, where he retained a significant stake, he never stepped down. His commitment is unwavering, and he's still the driving force behind the UFC's biggest events and business decisions. Cormier acknowledges this too. He recognizes that it's hard to imagine the UFC without White's passionate and hands-on leadership. Dana is so passionate about it that I can't imagine the UFC without him, but if not, absolutely, Cormier said, showing that he's not trying to replace White, but simply expressing his readiness if the time ever comes. The possibility of Daniel Cormier stepping into such a significant role is a conversation starter. It's a sign of how far he's come and how much respect he's earned from both fans and insiders. While the UFC's leadership seems set for the foreseeable future, knowing that a respected and knowledgeable figure like Cormier is ready to step up provides a sense of security for the organization's future. It's a reminder that every era eventually comes to an end, and when this one does, the UFC has a deep bench of talented individuals ready to continue its incredible story. Could Daniel Cormier be the one to write the next chapter? Only time will tell. What makes Cormier's potential candidacy so compelling isn't just his ambition, it's his unique perspective. Unlike many business leaders, he has lived and breathed every aspect of the sport from the inside. As a two-division champion, he understands the sacrifices, the intense pressure, and the mindset of the athletes. As a broadcaster, he has a deep knowledge of the current roster, the rivalries, and the storylines that captivate fans. He's not just an executive looking at spreadsheets. He's an emotionally invested member of the MMA community,